Good afternoon. First, I would like to thank the Smithsonian for the opportunity of the sharing our experience. I apologize for my language limitation. Uh, I will try my best for you to understand. But I advertise that this will be a different experience. I am Brazilian biologist and came here today to talk about how we change a strong tradition and guarded a rural community to help an endangered species conservation. I was born and raised almost totally isolated from the outside world. I was born in a country town at the shades of the Serra da Canastra Mountains, a plateau located in a corner of the Minas Gerais state, southeast Brazil. This is worldwide famous place because the national park established 45 years ago to protect the waters, the source in the nature. Since very young, I have been in an intense relationship with nature. I was used to the environmental and wildlife protection science since my parents were national park agents. When I started to understand better my local universe, I could notice that livestock loss or the cultural beliefs used to trigger bad perceptions towards some species. This normally results in persecution and killings. Over the years, this experience helped me to build a good empirical base. But in order to more, I started to seek the higher education. And then I became a biologist with the purpose of the bridge the economic activities and cultural values, the wildlife conservation. One animal has been a symbol for me, perhaps because this persisting species has been almost always in the center of the conflicts with humans. I don't like conflict. So I now introduce to you the maned wolf, the largest neotropical canid. It's a very peculiar species out of the seven the large-bodied South canids. It's the only solitary and omnivorous species, and on top of its elegance, it still resembles a fox stilts. Despite several interesting remakes, many wolves severely threatened with lives across South America. Its range most of its distribution and area in Brazil, occupying open habitats preferentially. The intense human use this type of habitat, leading into landscape disturbance, has been considered one of the main risks for the species' presence. In addition, persecution and killings, mainly due to livestock loss, in report is a major threat for the population reduction. Road killings and domestic dog disease sum the list of the problem this species. In 2004, a team composed by researchers with all sorts of expertise built in my home a transdisciplinary conservation program. Since then, the Man and the Wolf Conservation Program has been assessing a new information on the species besides proposing new actions to improve the species status. The long-term initiative combines research, education, and communication strategies with conservation practice. All the interface connect have been result in a better strategy for the species survival. We produced a lot of sciences along the 13 years of investigation, with several parties, including the Smithsonian Institution. But I really love the research inside the focus on the what brought me here. Because the human end of conflict is one of the critical conservation threats, is mandatory the need of working together with local community in order to improve the species status. Education initiatives target wolves, misperceptions by local people have always been one of the goals of our program. Considering this, a segment within the program is a relation with the local community effects in the species survivalship. A strategy has been conducted for these matters. One prerogative was the access information on livestock depredation and test preventive methods to significantly reduce losses in function of increasing the farmers' tolerance to the species. In order to start working, I had to break through the local tradition of raising the peculiar chicken breed on free-range style. After years of education practice of discusses coexistence in 2007, few farms accepting to test a special design chicken coop to protect the poultry. The good results of this experience spread out in the region. Since then, I have visited over 500 farms, telling people about the importance of the maned wolf and especially helping to solve problems related to the predators. Half of them are constantly monitored concerning the depredation rates and the wolves' presence, which the data obtained a model on conflict severity was elaborated to drive the decisions for the installment of new units. The install of the chicken coops was the ultimate alternative as an effective preventive method, among others tested, has predicted the depredation rates dropping to zero in farms that received the chicken coops, together with people awareness, by building a total of 114 units. The numbers of maned wolves killed have been drastically reduced in the region. Nowadays, we have been working in total area of around 1,200 square miles and surrounds of the Serra da Canastra National Park. There we have strong confidence to see that we eradicate the maned wolf persecution and killings. Nowadays, the animals didn't only the zones rare and didn't reach yet. Besides the livestock protection, a good incentive that farms come from the commerce of eggs. This was neglected before, due to the high loss of eggs, since the chickens were living in a friend range. When showing interest on helping to solve along that the problem and bridging economic benefits the families. We convince the farmers to engage in nature conservation actions. We turn them into maned wolf friends. So, as consequence of their work and the outcome of the education and communication actions resulted in the friends of the Managed Wolf Project. From all the success we have been observing from the conservation program, we felt that it is now time to expand the activities to the other areas and start to operate in different scenarios. Thus, we plan to start this year the replication of project in place for these pieces in the under the sort of impacts from the small actions added to the good ideas and lot of patience I have been find for the environment which create balance between economic development and nature management. Always seeking for new partners is a journey. So I do believe that when researchers, conservationists, and local people work together, as we see Serra da Canastra, the results the project a better future for the endangered species, for the human communities, for nature, for the society in general. Only by working together, joint efforts, we will have a better and tolerant world with wildlife and people can peacefully share the space. Thank you.